So we talk about insane Disney adults from time to time on this show, and I think that this one really takes the cake. It is a couple who are so obsessed with Disney that they have just lost a lawsuit where they were fighting to get back into this extremely exclusive club for mega wealthy Disney fans.
Like, what I'm thinking first here is, like, when you get kicked out of somewhere, have some pride.
Have some
Be like, I don't
dignity.
want to fucking come back.
But they're the jilted ex-girlfriends of Disney right now, fighting, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees to get accepted back into this exclusive club. No dignity in this whatsoever. They are willing to sacrifice everything. They're putting off retirement for this. They're talking about selling organs. I'm not kidding.
What?
That is an actual quote. Disney obsessed couple lose lawsuit to get back into exclusive Club 33. I didn't know this existed beforehand. Did you? Have you ever heard of this?
No. Now I want to join.
This is for like mega wealthy people who have zero taste. Club 33 has extremely high member dues and initiation fees. It is not even publicly known what they currently charge, but I've heard as high as $80,000 initiation fee for people who want to be a part of it.
Is 33 a Masonic number?
And that it is, actually. I wish
Oh
I
yeah,
knew
because you can be like a 30.
clarify.
You can be like a 33rd
Sounds
degree
Masonic.
Mason, right?
There's something going on in there, but then after the up to $80,000 initiation fee, you pay annually up to, I've heard, $25K. On the lower end, you maybe would pay $50K up front and like $25K annually. But this is for, again, people with a lot of money and zero taste. Because if you have this much money, like, you could do anything you want. You can go anywhere, but you decide to go to Disney.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with
It's a
you?
weird obsession.
Like,
It's a mental illness,
Yeah.
truly.
there's other places in the world.
So now these people have Disney derangement syndrome, and they're absolutely losing their minds because here's the story. And by the way, we were just talking about like millennials who are like mad that they're not going to get an inheritance from their boomer parents. This is why. This married couple, both 60 years old, got into Club 33 in 2012 after a long hold on their waiting list. There was a waiting list so long that they had to shut it down for 5 years. They finally got in after years of trying.
What do you do at Club 33? I need to know.
Drink. You drink, you just get violently drunk with a bunch of other Disney adults. It doesn't sound pretty. But they were in the club for only a short 5-year period until they got banned because the husband was guilty of public intoxication.
Hate it when that happens.
on the premises, which is expressly against the rules. This came to an end in 2017 when Disney revoked their membership in the club after an allegation that Scott Anderson was drunk in public.
I'm picturing like Mickey Mouse grabbing their tickets and ripping them up and then escorting them out, you know? Like I'm picturing like an anthropomorphic Mickey, like, gotta get the hell out of here. Like I'm picturing Mickey walking
Handle
them
your
out.
liquor.
Handle your liquor better.
So his wife, Diana, a hardcore Disney aficionado since her childhood, called this move a stab in the heart, unquote. The Andersons have spent years since then and hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to get back into Club 33.
Maybe he doesn't even like Disney. Maybe it's just he loves his wife and his wife loves Disney.
It was really, it was his fault that this happened anyway. But now an Orange County jury has rejected their claim that Disney ousted them improperly. It has taken them more than a decade to gain membership, which includes access to exclusive lounges, dining, VIP tours, and special events.
You just know that the Swingers on Main are trying to get into this club. If you don't know what Swingers on Main is,
count your lucky stars.
Yes.
I mean, I know the first, but I don't know the on May. But
it's a group of people who are swingers and love Disney.
Oh, so I mean, it's this.
They congregate at Disney to have orgies, I presume. But this is like the highest echelon of Disney adults and Disney swingers. Their attorney said they finally became a part of this special place. It was their spot. It was their happy place, their home. But when security guards found out that Scott was intoxicated on site, they said there was no choice. He had to be kicked out for good.
Imagine all these lawyers who are just like, we're going to keep this shit in court forever, and this couple is going to go bankrupt trying to get back in. And
they plan to appeal.
Like
they already said they were going to appeal until they die.
The billable hours that this law firm is stacking up, keeping them fighting this is just...
So the argument they wanted to use is that Disney was discriminating against Scott for a medical condition, and that actually what was happening is he had a vestibular migraine, and the symptoms of a migraine can often be mistaken for intoxication, but they made the wrong call.
Isn't that true of people who have like low blood sugar, or like if certain types of that, like you can,
if you're diabetic
slur,
or something like that.
If you're diabetic, you can slur. That's what he should have gone with.
They said that it was onset by the consumption of red wine. So
Lots of red wine.
Yeah,
Lots.
And they even got a neurologist to
testify
in court, saying that this was the symptom of a migraine, not being drunk. And then Disney hired their own neurologist to testify against theirs. And they said, nah, that dude was drunk.
How bad must these people have been that Disney's like, fine, you can come back? They're like, no, hell no, we're going to fight this.
And
You're
Diana,
not coming back here.
His wife, Diana, was also guilty of inappropriate behavior. She was briefly suspended before that for, quote, using some salty language, a couple F words. So she wasn't behaving herself well either.
I'm just picturing Disney. They're just like, not on our watch. You're not coming back here.
The Andersons filed a suit against Disney to vindicate their reputation. Their attorney said he doesn't want to be known as a drunk. They love this place. They took the fight to Disney because it's his name. They are fighting for his honor here. And
so it's not about access to Disney. It's about, honor and respect.
But Disney's attorney said they didn't want to pay the consequences of failing to follow the rules. And now Scott's conduct cost his wife of 40 years her lifetime dream of having access to Club 33.
This is actually a very sweet story of a dedicated husband who will do anything.
He's fighting for his wife's dream.
To give his wife the dream she's always had.
That's a stupid dream.
To get into a swinger club?
Get a better dream. Get a better lifetime dream.
Like, take her to Paris, bro.
Yeah.
Do something else. There are so many places you could go other than Disney. What is wrong with you? But yeah, they even got the security guards who escorted him out to testify, and they don't even work for Disney anymore.
They
were like,
paid him off.
Yeah, that dude is drunk. But yeah, the last thing they said here is just so unhinged. Scott said, my wife and I are both dead set that this is an absolute wrong, and we will fight this to the death. There is no way we are letting this go. The lawsuit so far cost them $400,000.
Almost $500,000.
Okay. He also said, my retirement has been set back 5 years. I'm paying through the nose. Every day I see another bill and I'm about to keel over.
And those lawyers are just like, cha-ching.
Yeah.
And yet they will appeal. His wife also said that she wants to keep fighting. Quote, I'll sell a kidney. I don't care.
Do they have kids?
Doesn't sound like it, but if they do,
I mean, that's
like no grandchildren syndrome.
If they had kids, they wouldn't be doing this.
If they had grandkids, I don't think they would be doing.
Well, no, because then the
grandkids
would want to go to Disney, and they'd have to keep fighting.
They wouldn't have jeopardized this.
Maybe
for their grandchildren.
If they had gone with their grandkids, they wouldn't have been drunk. So, yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. There's like very little that's known about Club 33. I was doing some research into it.
I'm just getting Skull and Bones vibes, except it's like Mickey and ears.
It's like cringe, chuggy Skull and Bones or Freemasons. I looked at Disney's advertisement page for it, and they literally just say, if you want in, email this email. They don't say anything else.
Yeah, that's the best way to sell it is by not selling it, right?
It's very mysterious.
Off limits and hard to get into. I know a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah.
Well, they got a nice picture on their front page for the Disney. It's like very elegant building.
Yeah.
Makes you want to go inside and join.
But look, it's a glorified bar.
Yes.
Right? Like, and apparently, so I've heard, they don't even have a wait list anymore. It's done like a country club where in order to get in, you have to be recommended by a current member from here on out. because the wait list got so long they couldn't take in new members anymore.
You're gonna have to know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
And there are locations in Tokyo, in Shanghai, and 4, I think, in the US. There are like people making business deals at Club 33.
This isn't even like millennial nostalgia refusing to grow up. These are like boomers.
No, yeah, this is not like the 5,000 a night Star Wars hotel. This is a whole nother level of just disposable income and no hobbies and no taste.
Yeah.
No taste, yes.
That's what pisses me off is like I'm going to tell them what to do with their money. I'm gonna just brazenly tell them, like, you should not be spending your money on this. If you are so rich that you can afford to spend $80,000 on a country club initiation, you should spend it on something better. I don't know, buy a fleet of cyber trucks. Anything would be better than this. Like, get some class, get some taste.
I mean, how about this?
$0 to
Universal is like an hour away. Go to Universal.
Just anything else but this. And they're so ideologically dedicated to it that they're willing to throw their lives away, throw their children's futures away.
If they had children.
I don't know if they do, but it sounds like possibly they don't. But they're sacrificing everything, their livelihood, their retirement for this.
Yep.
It's not worth it. It's so not worth it. I feel bad for people that are just chasing after the novelty constantly like this.
It can't be purely nostalgia. I mean, I guess it is. I guess it is purely nostalgia, right? If it's the wife's dream since childhood, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it's purely based on nostalgia and love for Disney movies growing up. Like, that's a very powerful emotion. Like, that's a very powerful thing to feel about.
I guess, but... you know, you're not going to find anything in this stupid Disney club that you can't find at any other bar. It's all the same booze.
Yeah, but no other, maybe you got to go in there and you got gold-plated Disney ears that you
Are there
wear.
I mean, this sounds shady. Like, are there Disney escorts?
Yes.
At Club 33?
Gotta be.
Like Disney princess escorts?
Oh, yeah, they dress
in
up.
private rooms?
Minnie
Like, what's
Mouse.
really going on here? There are pole dancers?
Where the hell is James O'Keefe?
What's happening?
Where the hell is James O'Keefe?
Actually, we need James O'Keefe to do an undercover video at Club 33. I would die to see that.
We're going to have to do... Oh, in the chat, Sketch Therapy says they've got adrenochrome on tap. I bet.
Oh, yeah.
I bet.
Yeah, they have adrenochrome martinis.
Mickey's Elixir. It's just adrenochrome.
Mixer.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.